Hello everyone, Bernie here. Decided to try out a new park today. Not quite sure how old it is, but looks like there's a little bit of ground here. Some picnic groves down in that area. See what I can find. If I find anything good, I'll let you know. Alright everyone. Haven't been finding much at the park, but I come over to this older section where I said this picnic grove was at 2 inches. 2 inches. I got a 1936 wheat. Really nice shape. Might be in a good area. So let's see what's next. Bernie here. Last park was a bust. Ended up with 2 small penny spills and that one 36 wheat. And that's all I had really come up with. Drove down the road a ways and found another small community park. Figure I'll give it a look. Alright, we'll see what we can find. Hi everybody, Bernie here. Finally got a chance to get into this lot that I've been trying to get into all summer. Detecting the Burgh joined me for a hunt here this afternoon, but didn't come up with very much. He beat me on the wheat cents. He ended up with a 20. My oldest was a 26. But I started to stay a little while and do a little more hunting, and I had the pleasure of actually beating Keith after all. And right next to this big old pile of junk, I came up with an Indian. Very nice shape, really green. It is 1875. This is my second Indian and the oldest coin that I have. Absolutely wonderful. Alright, we'll see what's next. Hello everyone, Bernie here. I'm out hunting today with my brother John and his son John Jr. And we just come across a good discovery. It is number 3 for me. It is a 1897 Indian head penny. Beautiful, beautiful coin. Let's see what's next. Alright everyone, Bernie here. Gonna go ahead and do the wrap up. This is a wrap for about 2 weeks worth of hunting. Again, I don't like to make a video unless I find something good, but then when I find a few things good, I end up with a lot. So, without further ado, here we go. Alright, let's start with the change. Coppers. Again, I got more copper pennies than I could lay out, so there's a stack there. Got more zincs than I could lay out. There's a stack there. Some nickels, dimes, 3 rows of quarters there. Alright, as you saw, I hit a couple of parks and ended up with all these golf balls. Only one of these parks was a golf course in its history. I got 4 of them there. The other 3 came from 2 other parks. Now, let's see. There's a surface find. A little G.I. Joe. And a pair of sunglasses. Pair of reading glasses, and of course, where's Waldo? Kind of neat. Alright. Got a little Volkswagen Beetle. There's no name or anything on it. And this here is a 1969 Lesney Mercedes scaffolding truck. Matchbox series. Kind of neat. I got a little hammerhead. And this little guy here is a 1994 action figure it's an Iron Man action figure. It's the Mandarin. Little cloth-coated button. Looks like it might have just fell off this winter. This looks like a broken up Play-Doh mold. There's a big turtle and a rhinoceros. The letter N. An old Sprite bottle cap, bottled in McKee's Rocks, and then I barely remember this. I'm not really old enough to remember it too much. 76 soda. And this one is Paul's Beverages, Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Kind of neat. We got another hook, another gun part, a hammer this time. My third hose nozzle that I found. Honda key, pair of keys, and my nephew John Jr. came up with this skeleton key. Great find for the young man. I came across this fishing reel. It was really deep, about 8 or 9 inches down. That's the deepest good thing I ever dug up with my detector. It's brass. Someone said it was a bait caster. And the funny thing about this is it's next to a stream that's not more than a trickle, which was kind of interesting. Makes me think there may have been a man-made lake there at some point, but I don't know. I got some tools. Got a screwdriver handle and a cobalt screwdriver adapter. Some type of brass nozzle assembly. Not quite sure what that's for. My brother-in-law John thinks it may be for some type of gas appliance. This had me fooled. Little gold ring. But just a little cheapy thing. 2 lighters. I'm assuming it looks like some kind of screw hook, but it's pretty old. It was a ways down. 2 electrical nuts and 1 rose tag. Gene Borner rose. A couple of bullets. Winchester 30-30. 22 shell, USMC company, new club, 12 gauge. And this one here, it's a 45, and has the head stamp says TZZ 85. I know 85 is a year. Looked up the TZZ. This is Israeli military. Kind of neat. Got a bullet casing from Israel. Alright, on to the good stuff, good stuff. Alright, first thing, not silver, but it's silver plated. Old knife. And it actually says on the back, W.M. Rogers and Son, A.A., and patented February 11th, 1913. Got my first horseshoe. Actually still has a horseshoe nail in it. That's really neat. I pulled that out of a park. And I got these 2 tags at the house where I found the Indians with Keith K. This here has 2 B's on it. One's backwards and a little knight's head on top. This one has a number across the bottom. The other one's exactly the same, except it has a number across the back. I'm not quite sure what these are. I can't find any information on. If anybody out there knows, post a comment, please. This is what's left of an astrology token. It's hard to make out, but there's 2 fish on it. It says, connect with a Pisces. I got to go out with JB 103081 for an old park in Pittsburgh for a hunt. And after we went home, he texted me and said that he found a Leo token after he got one of his coins cleaned up. So it's kind of neat. We both found astrology tokens. Found this also where I found the Indians. It's hard to see it here, but this is a Mariner's Good Luck coin. It says Intempestate Securatus, which means security in the storm. There's a boat on the front, and on the back It's, again, very hard to see because it's so worn out. It's a St. George, the patron saint of knights, killing a dragon. It took me a while to find it, but I did find what this should look like, and I got a picture of it here. When I was out in the old park in Pittsburgh with JB 103081, ended up coming across this really old smash bracelet. It was with some of the other finds that we had found, so I'm assuming it's really old, probably around the 100-year mark. Alright, now let's get to some coins. Of course, I got my second Indian, which is in beautiful condition, the 1875. I got that right after I had my hunt with Keith K, Detecting the Burgh. Then the next day, I got to go to Pittsburgh with JB 103081 and came across another Indian almost as soon as I put my detector on the ground. It's an 1892. This one here, I went back to the property where I was at with Detecting the Burgh, and there was the big pile of trash that you saw was gone. So I started doing some detecting again, and that's when I found this Indian. And I said it's my third on the video, but it's my fourth. I got excited and didn't know how to count. It is an 1897. For the wheat harvest, I have a 1926, a 1930, a 1936, a very, very well-worn 1939. The house that I found this coin at, all the coins are in really, really horrible shape. 1948, 1950, and again, this came from the house that I was hunting, and it's pretty toasted. I was able to get a date after half an hour looking at it, and it's a 1953. Alright, now I'm going to move down here to some nickels. Found this in Pittsburgh. Very nice find. It's a beautiful Liberty Head nickel, V nickel, 1906. Back's pretty toasted, but you can still see the V on it. Very nice. Uh, 1941 Jefferson. A 1958 Jefferson. And then I know these two here aren't old. That the one on the left is a 68, and the one on the right is a 69. But they're both S mints. I try to save anything that came from San Francisco mint. It's kind of neat to actually dig both of those up. And then my one silver for the 2 weeks I was out. The beautiful silver cufflink. Oh, it's on a each end's on a hinge. It's a nice, fairly nice shape. All right. That wraps up my last couple weeks. Hopefully I'll get another video to you soon. Detecting the Burgh and JB 103081. It was nice getting out with you guys. I hope I can do it again sometime. And we'll see what's next.